On the surface, Beastland looks like the coolest collab in YouTube history.
Beastland.
Bright lights, giant games, rides.
Dude, I'm glad that it's failing, apparently, allegedly. I don't know, according to this title. What was going on here? That's good enough.
Straight out of a MrBeast thumbnail, but the second you look past the colours, this theme park becomes one of the most uncomfortable brand deals a YouTuber has ever touched. Because Beastland—
Yeah, when you look at everything else that MrBeast does, this just seems kind of like a bad idea. Like, thank God it's not in America. People are bitching about it not being in America and being American. No, we do not want this disaster here in America.
wasn't built in Florida or Tokyo or literally anywhere people expected. It was built in the Middle East, more specifically Saudi Arabia, a country where filming accidents can get you fined, authorities can force you to delete footage, the government ranks 9 out of 100 on global freedom, and migrant slavery is at an all-time high. So today we're breaking down how Beastland went from the craziest YouTuber project ever to one of MrBeast's biggest controversies yet. When MrBeast announced Beastland, the internet froze. A real theme park, not a warehouse, not a set, a full-scale amusement park with rides, custom challenges, and a prize pool bigger than most apartments. He showed off concept art with 60—
Yeah, it seems kind of boring, actually. It just seems like a YouTuber sci-fi wannabe slop.
catapult games, trapdoor reaction challenges, zipline target drops, massive mazes, roller coasters, so much more. He called it an opportunity for fans to compete in his videos in real life. On paper, it was insane,
creepy.
massive, the first YouTuber to ever do it. But almost immediately, people noticed something off. When fans asked—
He was using slave labor?
why Saudi Arabia, MrBeast responded with, it's in the middle of the world, easier for everyone to visit. A cute answer, but completely false. Community notes pulled up immediately and pointed out Beastland was already part of a deal he signed with Riyadh Season, a government-funded entertainment program. The location wasn't chosen for fans, it was chosen because he was paid to place it there.
Of
Saudi
course.
Arabia—
It's the same with everything. He's being paid. It's all about money.
currently spending
It's not about doing cool stuff, it's about making money.
billions on rebranding its global image through celebrity events, sports takeovers, massive concerts, tourism projects, and influencer partnerships, with Beastland fitting directly into that strategy. The best way to put it is, this wasn't middle of the world, this was middle of a paycheck, and people didn't like it. And the terms and conditions were a walking red flag. Once Beastland's ticket site went live, people actually read the rules, and that's when everything snapped. The terms included no professional cameras or video equipment, no re-entry once you leave, attendees consent to being filmed by the organizers accept no liability for injuries or death, and the big one, guests must follow Saudi Arabia's public taste laws. And if you don't know what those include, here's a translation. You can be fined for pretty normal things like filming strangers, filming accidents, filming incidents, refusing to delete footage.
It's basically just dystopia over there.
And even posting footage online without approval, meaning if a ride breaks, a game malfunctions, or someone gets hurt, recording it is illegal. Authorities can fine you up to hundreds of thousands of dollars and force you to delete the evidence.
Yeah, fuck Saudi Arabia, man.
In America, when an accident happens or a bad ride occurs, it's all over the news, all over the internet, viral in 5 minutes. In Beastland, the government can legally erase it. This alone made people rethink the entire project and the morality behind it.
That's insane.
So suddenly, Beastland looks less like a fun attraction for his fans and more like a government control.
Yeah, and then MrBeast can just be like, it's so safe, guys. We have got no accidents. Meanwhile, he doesn't even know or care that it's all being covered up.
Environment to help build the PR of the country. Think about it, if one of your family members, your brothers, your sisters get hurt or even potentially die, you can't sue, you can't post it online, nothing. The accident or death gets hidden by the government and you have to be silent about it. And that's without talking about the country's human rights record. Saudi Arabia's global rankings are brutal. 9 out of 100 on the freedom scale, 1 out of 40 on political rights, 8 out of 60 on civil liberties, women only recently gained the right to drive, LGBTQ plus identity is completely
They made a mistake. They need to turn that one back.
outlawed, dissent can lead to arrest, and
Not that one. I'm fine with the LGBT stuff being outlawed.
journalists face extreme restrictions.
The women driving, that's crazy.
This is not a place known for transparency or safety, and it's definitely not a place where a creator known for filming everything should be building a theme park. And now let's go on to the labor question that nobody wants to answer. You don't build a theme park, even a temporary one, without construction workers, and in the Middle East that raises real concerns, because Saudi Arabia,
he was using slave labor,
and the neighbouring countries in the Middle East have a long history of migrant workers having passports confiscated, people working up to 15-hour shifts in extreme heat, living in camps with poor conditions, with no pay, unexplained death, families not notified,
no pay.
And long story short,
that is slavery.
Human rights groups call it modern slavery.
Dark secrets of the Qatar World Cup, the lack of human rights. Qatar still uses the kafala system. Essentially, this gives their employer control over their lives. They can take away their passport if they want to leave the country, forcing them to work in poor conditions and on a low wage. That low wage works out at about $275 per month.
What the fuck? Like, I wouldn't even do this for like $30 an hour. And these people are making $275 per month.
The Guardian reported that 6,500 migrants have died in Qatar since they won the bid for the World Cup in 2010. Whilst they are not all related to the World Cup, most of them were only there to build the infrastructure for it.
Let me read out some statistics for you to help you realise how bad it really is. Over 21,000 migrant workers have reportedly died on Saudi mega projects since 2017. Qatar's World Cup construction saw over 6,500 migrant deaths reported across the same time period. Think about it. People are dying because a $1 trillion government doesn't want to pay for proper construction people to build some stadiums.
That's also what China does too. That's why they have so many construction failures and like entire cities going to shit because of natural disasters.
Insane. We all know how rich the Middle East is with their princes and oil money, yet they're still using slavery? These are not minor accusations.
Well, I mean, there's a reason they're still rich, am I right?
This is the reality of people working in those countries. So when Beastland suddenly appears in the desert with massive structures and heavy machinery, people start asking who built it, under what conditions, were they safe, were they paid fairly, and did anyone get hurt? And because filming incidents are restricted.
And like, how would you even know? You're gonna be lied to.
So we will never know. And unfortunately, people predicted this. Dan TDM. When Lunchly, the fake Healthier Lunchables collab, was released, Dan launched a tweet. What happened to YouTubers? You're selling crap to kids for money, do better. And what is Beastland? Selling more crap to kids who don't know better. Then Jacksepticeye, his lie detector moment.
Yeah, and it's also getting kids to want to go to Beastland or other places that are like Beastland. And it's just not good.
He stated he doesn't like MrBeast because he made YouTube more about money.
Dude, I fucking love Jacksepticeye. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. Jack Spadicy.
And views than having fun with your real personality.
Now, Jack, a completely unrelated question. Do you like MrBeast? No. Jack, do you think MrBeast ruined YouTube? Yes. Now, in all honesty, Jack, why?
Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun.
You just don't think you had fun playing Squid Games? You don't think you had fun riding on yachts? Building wells in Africa? I don't know.
If he had fun doing those videos, they'd be longer.
We'd see the fun.
Ooh.
I thought you were going to get me with that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
And Beastland is
So
a
true.
physical embodiment
I've reacted to that video so many times by now.
of that shift. Then PewDiePie, he laughed at MrBeast and the grind 10 years for success clip because he knew what was coming. Creators are turning into corporations.
Over the span of a decade, a lot of people are very short-term sighted, but you know, as long as you're innovating, adapting, reinvesting, I think if you do it intelligently.
Imagine like you're on 9 years, still no one gives a about your channel, and you're like, one more year, here we go, one more year, here we go.
And here we are. MrBeast isn't a YouTuber anymore, he's an expanding brand empire, moving into food, drinks, restaurants, apps, AI, and now a theme park. The fun is gone and the scale you can build your company at is a priority now. And if you're asking me, Beastland perfectly exposes the corporate era of MrBeast. He pretty much...
Yep, he became one of the corporate freaks. And you could see it starting from the beginning. I was watching his content when he was like doing the circles. He had people in circles doing challenges. That's when I started watching his channel. And from there, you could start seeing the corporatism creep in through sponsorship deals and things like that, and then like buying cars, and then, you know, buying islands and things like that, and it just got out of hand. It got to a point where it was not reachable for a normal person, and then Mr. Beast was like, aha, I know how to solve this. We have to get normal people involved in the challenges now. So people think that it's, you know, that they could possibly do it too.
Accidentally pulled back the curtain on something people were already feeling. MrBeast is no longer the people's favourite and biggest creator. He's now just a mega corporation, YouTube's first. And it seems like people are finally waking up to this, because in the past couple of years of all his controversies, people have had enough and they're turning on him. Because this isn't just drama or tea. This is
dystopia.
Actual pushback
Idiocracy.
and serious life issues. Because this theme park, this isn't just another brands like Feastables or Lunchly. Beastland has a whole government behind it. You know how insane that is? But
multiple governments. He's also working with Mexico.
Unfortunately, it seems like MrBeast will never face the consequences for his actions, because here's the truth, Beastland was never built to be permanent, it wasn't built to be part of MrBeast's legacy, and it wasn't built for us, the fans, the viewers. It was built as a 45-day attraction inside a global PR campaign. Temporary structure, temporary hype, temporary rides. When the park shuts down, the rides get packed up and the desert goes back to being the desert. Now, most people will forget about it. However, our questions still won't disappear. If anything, this whole event just confirmed what many people were already whispering. MrBeast isn't just a YouTuber anymore. He's a corporation. They care more about the money, the optics, and the expansion. Now, is MrBeast's career over? Of course not. However, to me, it feels like people are...
I think it's going to get more corporate, and he's probably going to make more and more money, and then they're going to hit the ceiling, and it's all going to crash. He's probably going to sell off a bunch of his properties.
Finally waking up, and his image is cracking. MrBeast was once the people's favorite untouchable creator. He was the GOAT.
He got famous really early, and he was out of touch pretty much into adulthood.
Greatest YouTuber ever, but I feel like that's no longer the case, and people are finally turning on him. So yeah guys, let me know your thoughts about Beastland. Do you think it's an actual project MrBeast wanted so his fans can enjoy it, or was...
I think he got too obsessed with algorithm and like viewership, and it just was about quantity over quality. Wanted as many viewers as possible and knew exactly how to get it that way, but the quality was just not there, man. And the bigger that it got, the more the quality just stayed kind of the same, even though everything was bigger and more expensive.